When you romanticize your life, you do it for the feeling you get after you do it. It's not about the activity, it's not about how it looks like, it's about the feeling you get after doing that specific activity. So welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about romanticizing your life. What is romanticizing your life? Why do you need to romanticize your life, and how do you romanticize your life? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So I do have my notes here as usual because I don't want to forget anything, and I want to make this video as valuable as possible. What does romanticizing your life mean? So romanticizing your life means looking for joy everywhere, finding joy in the little things, appreciating the little things in life, and looking at life at a very positive angle. It's about making the ordinary thing feel extraordinary. I have had this conversation on Instagram with my followers. If you're not following me there, please go and follow me. But people have expressed that they want to start romanticizing their lives, and for those that have been doing it, they are looking for more ways to do that. So today I am going to share with you why you should romanticize your life and practical tips on romanticizing your life. When you romanticize your life, you do it for the feeling you get after you do it. It's not about the activity, it's not about how it looks like, it's about the feeling you get after doing that specific activity. Say for example, you go and take yourself out on a date. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel good, it makes you feel loved, it makes you feel appreciated. Romanticizing your life comes with several benefits, and one of those is it's a form of showing gratitude. When you romanticize your life and when you make the small little things seem like big things in your life, you're expressing gratitude. You're showing that these are things that you appreciate, and they are things that you're taking time to soak in and enjoy, and that's a very good form of showing gratitude. Another benefit of romanticizing your life is that it helps you cultivate mindfulness. When you take the time to do those little things that bring you joy and that improve your mood and that help you feel good about yourself, you're cultivating mindfulness in your life. You're able to sit still with yourself, you're able to get in touch with yourself, and you're able to be mindful and present when you're doing the things that you do. Another benefit is that when you romanticize your life, you improve your mood. Every time you do something nice for yourself, and every time you make a big deal out of the little things, that improves your mood. So this should be a big motivation for you to romanticize your life, because you know you will feel better afterward. Another benefit that you should expect to reap from romanticizing your life, you become in touch with your emotions, your thoughts, and your feelings. You're able to pinpoint what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how you're feeling it, and that's a very big major part of becoming better and improving your life, and that's why you should definitely romanticize your life. Another benefit of romanticizing your life, and one of my favorite one, and the reason I go on and on with romanticizing my life, is that it helps me learn how to be the main character of my life. When you're watching a movie, most times we pay attention to the main character of the movie, to the star of the movie. Why wouldn't you be the same in your own life? Your life is a movie, your life is a series, it's a story, and you are the main character of your life. So when you romanticize your life, you're able to bring yourself back to you and to see yourself as the main character, and you thrive in that energy. Another benefit you should expect to reap from romanticizing your life is that you get to build contentment. You get to be comfortable with the things that you have, with the person that you have become. You become content in everything that you have, and you don't go looking for superficial ways or things to make you feel better. You use what you have, and you stay content in where you are in life, and you just make it a beautiful thing. When you romanticize your life, as I mentioned, you're taking ordinary things to extraordinary levels, and that in itself can help you stay content and be grateful for where you are and what you have. Another benefit that should be a big motivation to you romanticizing your life is that you get to build creativity. When you romanticize your life, you find yourself tapping into your creative juices, trying to find, okay, okay, how can I make this interesting? How can I make this scenario beautiful for myself? How can I make this situation look better than it is? How can I even look better than I do? So it's those small little tiny details that help you see things bigger, and while you're doing that, you're building your creativity. Another benefit, and one of the major ones, is that when you romanticize your life, you become happier. You become happier because you stop chasing after things that do not serve you. You start getting content in the things that you have and in the person that you are, and you stop chasing things that you can't even have. You just become a happier person because you're content, and because you've learned to make your life beautiful. You've learned to create a beautiful life for yourself, and it's something that you look forward to. When you wake up in the morning, you're excited to be alive. You're excited to sit down and work because you've made every little aspect of your life beautiful, and that cultivates happiness in your life as well. So how do you romanticize your life? You romanticize your life by practicing the 5 love languages to yourself. These 5 love languages are physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gift giving. It depends on what your topmost love language is, but for me, words of affirmation is my top love language. So the way I romanticize my life is that I tell myself amazing words of affirmation every day. As I mentioned in the last video that I shared about journaling, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. I journal daily because it's a form of showing love to myself. I'm able to write kind words to myself. I'm able to write myself love letters. I'm able to express love and nice warm feelings and emotions towards myself and out of myself, and that to me is a way that I practice my top love language to myself. For you, it could be quality time. So how do you romanticize your life and practice that love language to yourself? What you can do is that you can set aside time out of your schedule, plan a nice date, go sit down with a book, read and enjoy every minute of that time. You can also schedule some time to try a new recipe and make yourself a nice meal. It just depends on your interests and what your love languages are, but basically, if you want to really find out how you can romanticize your life, is just first looking at your love languages. That way you're able to curate activities and experiences that feed into that. So sit down with a notebook, as usual, as I always say, and write down the 5 love languages, then see the one that you resonate with more. A tip for you to be able to find your top love language: look at the things that you expect people to do for you. If you expect people to tell you that they love you a lot more than they do, then most probably your love language is words of affirmation. If you expect people to take time off their schedules to spend time with you, then most definitely your love language is quality time. Just go over all the things that you expect people to give you or that you enjoy people giving you, and that will help you figure out what your love languages are. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. You can go and do the love language test and see what love languages you lean towards more, and after finding out your top love languages, you will be able to romanticize your life in the best way just for you. So I do have a few examples of how you can romanticize your life. This can go on and on and on. There are just no limits to what you can do to romanticize your life. I'm just going to give a few examples, and these are practical tips that you can start today and that you can start incorporating in your routine to help you romanticize your life. A good way to romanticize your life is by creating routines. I know sometimes routines just feel like work. They feel like, oh my god, I have to wake up and do this, and I have to follow this schedule and do things the same way every day. I know, I get you, but with routines you're able to hold yourself accountable, and you're able to sort of push yourself and build discipline. And as we all know, discipline is the best form of self-love and self-care. So what other way to show yourself that you love yourself and to build a life that you love than creating routines? Have routines for different aspects of your life. You can have a nice curated morning routine, evening routine, a weekly pamper routine, a shower routine, a maintenance routine. Depending on what your goals are for self-care, you can curate a routine that works specifically for you and that you can be able to sustain. Another way you can romanticize your life is by journaling. I know I sing about journaling all the time, but it's because I have reaped the benefits of journaling, and it's one of the muted ways of romanticizing my life, but the most significant one that I will obviously keep shouting about journaling. So keep a self-care journal, keep a gratitude journal, have a brain dump journal, sit down with a plain notebook and write your thoughts and feelings. This is like having a therapist every day. You end up becoming your own safe space. You end up becoming a person that you trust and a person that you can rely on. You become a friend to yourself when you journal. So if you're looking for ways to start romanticizing your life, journaling is one of the top ways you can do that. If you're struggling, I have a how-to guide that you can use. I curated it to make sure it's easy for beginners in journaling. So make sure you check out this video and go watch it so that you can learn how to journal, why you journal, and the benefits you should expect from journaling. Another way you can romanticize your life is by dating yourself. I know, again, I'm gonna shout, whether you're in a relationship or not, dating yourself is mandatory. You have to create beautiful experiences for yourself. You have to first become the love that you're seeking from other people. So how do you date yourself? You take yourself on solo dates, you go for picnics, you go for outdoor activities, you make a nice movie night day at home, you dress up and go buy yourself flowers, you make your shopping experience a whole date, you take yourself out for ice cream dates. There are just so many ways to date yourself. I will create a comprehensive solo dating guide for you guys and I will post it here so that you can have all the ideas you're looking for. But basically, when you date yourself, you are definitely romanticizing your life. Another way you can romanticize your life is by creating a cozy space for yourself. In the video I did about glowing up in 2024, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. I mentioned that your environment highly impacts how you feel and what you become really. So if you're looking to romanticize your life and you're looking to have a more beautiful and a more content life, I highly suggest creating a cozy space for yourself. You spend half the day, or for some of us, most of our days in our spaces, and that highly influences our decisions, our moods, our emotions, our feelings, everything. So having a space that supports our self-care goals is so important. So get your cozy blankets, get your candles, get a theme for your house. Go on Pinterest and find a theme for your house. Start building on the furniture that you want in your house, the art pieces you want in your house. Just make it a cozy enough space for yourself so that you're able to enjoy every minute you're in your house. You don't want to be running away from your house. You want to be spending time comfortably in your house, and with that you're able to romanticize your life even more. Another way you can romanticize your life is by spending time in nature. I am slacking with this one, and it's one of my goals this year. I want to be outside more. I want to go for activities more. I want to be in nature more. I want to go for picnics. I want to, just go spend time in nature. Nature is so healing. Spending time under the trees, on the grass, with your feet on the ground is so healing, and I know for sure I will reap so many benefits from spending time in nature. And it's another way of romanticizing my life, of just spending quality time with myself and having a good time, really, right? I plan to start small with spending time in nature, like going for walks in my neighborhood, eventually start running. I used to run in my mid-20s. I used to run a lot. I don't know how and why I stopped doing it, but I'm planning to spend more time outside, go to Karura and cycle. I used to do that a lot, to go for picnics picnics. I have a picnic planned with my friend soon, so at least I am not doing so badly. But yeah, I'm trying to really push myself to spend more time outside. I am a homebody, I prefer being indoors, but I know I am missing out on the healing benefits of nature and I need to up my game. Another way you can romanticize your life is by cooking yourself nice food, taking the time to research recipes, taking hours in the kitchen to build up recipes, taking time to use nice pots, plating your food, sitting down and eating your food. I had to include something with food here because I'm such a foodie. But yeah, cooking yourself nice food is so fulfilling. You feel so accomplished. You feel like you're taking care of yourself. So I know it might not be a strength for most of us, but the feeling you get after accomplishing one small little thing like cooking is so impactful in how you feel as a person. Go on Google, get a recipe, look at the ingredients you have, put on some music, put on your apron, make yourself some tea and get into the kitchen. Make yourself that nice meal, get your cutest plate and plate your food, then sit down and eat and enjoy that food. You will feel so good afterwards. I am looking forward to you guys responding. If you try all these tips that I am sharing, please come back and let me know how you felt or how you feel after implementing these tips. Another way you can romanticize your life is by having a self-care day or self-care days. I have so many of these. I am totally enjoying curating self-care days for myself. I do have a weekly pamper routine that I do every Sunday. I spend time by myself. I just pamper my body, clean my space, cook myself nice food, sit and watch stuff, journal, plan my week. That's sort of a routine that I have created for myself to enjoy every Sunday. But I also have rotting days. I have rotting days, and I think I will talk about this when I do the cycle syncing video that I am still researching on. But basically, rotting days are days where you allow yourself to do nothing. You allow yourself to sit down and do nothing, just lazy around the whole day. Sleep if you have to sleep, eat whatever you want to eat, just don't do anything that is in your routine to kind of regroup and kind of rest. I had my rotting day yesterday. My rotting day is usually the last day of PMS, which is the day before my period comes. I am usually not okay. My mood is struggling. I feel terrible. I don't want to talk to anyone. And instead of fighting it, I allow myself to just sit with myself, eat my snacks, watch Netflix, and the most I can do on those days, take a shower. That's the most I can do. Of course, I'll do some work because I need to work, but I don't pressure myself to perform and do a lot of things. I have a rotting day, and that's another of my self-care days. So you can curate a self-care routine for yourself or a self-care day for yourself. If you're struggling to create a self-care routine for yourself that helps you romanticize your life and live happier, reach out to me. I can help you curate one. We can go over your lifestyle, your goals, your work routine, your mommy routine, your wifey routine, your friend routine. We can go over all the routines you have to be able to create self-care days for you and a self-care routine that you're able to sustain. I will leave my Instagram link down in the comments. You can reach out to me via Instagram or by the number in the description box or via my email, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I will leave all those details. Reach out to me. Don't struggle by yourself. I'm here to help. Another way you can romanticize your life is by dressing up and taking pictures. Let me tell you something, guys. You don't have to be a photogenic person like some of us. You don't have to. But there's something about taking time to appreciate yourself and your body. There's a lot that comes with, you know, taking your time in the shower, getting dressed, doing your little makeup, dressing up in your cute little dress or trousers or whatever you like, and then setting your phone and taking pictures. It's such a vulnerable moment. I find it. You're able to see, oh yeah, this angle is not good for me. Oh yeah, I don't like that little pouch of myself here. I know my arms are bulging, my face is fat. It's a vulnerable moment, and as much as you might find yourself looking at the negative things you're picking from your picture or from that time when you're taking the pictures, as you do it over and over again, you start getting comfortable with yourself. If you're on a self-love journey and loving your body is something that is becoming a little challenging, I highly suggest you do this. get dressed up, do your makeup, take pictures. You don't have to share them, you don't have to even post. My phone has over 10,000 photos. Its memory is full, but most of those photos are vulnerable moments for me. It's just like journaling. The way I express my emotions and feelings on my journal, it's the way I express myself in pictures. I'm able to see myself, you know, the way I look, what I need to change, where I need to improve, how I feel about being that. Sometimes I go back and look at the pictures I took years ago and I see, okay, yeah, we've kind of glowed up here. So it's such a nice way of showing love to yourself, and you can add it to your list of things to do to romanticize your life. Another way you can romanticize your life is by getting hobbies that you enjoy and pursuing them relentlessly. For me, this has to be cooking. I love to cook. I love exploring with food. I love just spending time in the kitchen and making myself nice food, and that is why I just have something every day that reminds me that I need to romanticize my life. I need to eat. So I'll definitely have to make myself a meal, and I hate boring food. I always say, and sometimes it might look like I'm proud or I just can't eat everything, but it's true. I just can't eat everything. I want nice food. I want food that I have taken time to cook, and even if someone else has cooked it for me, I just like nice food, and it's a way of romanticizing my life. So I am happy to spend my 3 hours in the kitchen curating a recipe from scratch, or following a recipe that I find on Google, baking, roasting, all those things, because it makes me feel so good about myself. It's a hobby that feeds into me. It's a hobby that helps me learn. It's a hobby that helps me stay creative. Again, bouncing back to the benefits of romanticizing my life, I reap all those benefits from the hobbies that I do. Another hobby that I love is coloring. Oh, I love coloring. It reminds me of the childhood I didn't get. As a child, I would have wished to color, but that was a privilege to me that I couldn't afford then. But now that I'm able to buy myself adult books and coloring pencils, I indulge in that. I color a few times a week, and it's sort of a decompressing way, and it helps me feel like, you know, I have a little activity to look forward to, and I make it really special. I'll sometimes make myself tea at night and switch off the TV and just listen to some music while I color. Sometimes during the day, I'll make myself a cocktail or a mocktail and just sit with my coloring book and just color the whole afternoon away. Finding hobbies that make you happy is really important. For you, it could be hiking. You can join hiking groups and go for hikes. It can be cycling. You can plan to cycle weekly, go to Karura, rent a bike and cycle. It can be dancing, so you can join a dancing class and learn how to dance, or just express yourself through dancing. Whatever hobby you feel you lean towards more, pursue it and do it relentlessly. So those are just a few ways you can romanticize your life. Leave me down your comments below telling me how you romanticize your life. For those that already do, how do you do it? What do you find interesting about romanticizing your life? Let's just talk about it. Let's share, and I know for sure we can pick a few tips from you to learn and to add to the things that we already do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and make sure your post notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any of my videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.